deixa eu entender aqui. Em corpo espiritual continuamos com essa estrutura.
In the spiritual dimension, do we keep the same solar system structure? I understand what you're saying. Look, Rosamar, the truth is that, as you expand your understanding competence, the scenery changes completely. When I say understanding competence, or individual spiritual growth, let me try to explain it to our listeners. I believe that we came here, human beings or consciousnesses, because there are consciousnesses from many different origins in this planet. You can check your evolution level through achieving a higher level of consciousness in a specific chakra. I mean, its use in a specific chakra. Then you know who you are. So, if your consciousness is in the base chakra, you have a perception of life. If it's in the heart chakra, your perception is totally different. That's why we can check the evolution of consciousnesses in this world, knowing how many are in a more restricted area of lucidity, and how many are in a more expanded area. Anyway, we have already taken this path and should respect everybody in this world. They are all making a path. Some are more ahead, others are walking behind. This is how the world moves. It's obvious that as you get more lucidity, everything that surrounds you changes its form. It's not the same. Therefore, our Earth, our solar system, and everything else get another configuration when you are out there. That's why I am reporting this projection to the Sun. It is a sincere report. In my heart, there is no need for me to describe things that I haven't seen. That's why I always choose my words very carefully. The perception of the colors of the sun is very different. You don't see the same colors. And to describe the colors that you see, things get more. It's the same thing if you go from here to Mars. Mars as a physical planet is one thing, but when you're in the astral dimension, a high level of consciousness, you'll be able to see many other things, including consciousnesses that are there. But we would love that Martians were like little green men, with UFOs and everything else. But there are consciousnesses that are not like that. The universe is fully occupied by visible and invisible consciousnesses. Our own planet is full of invisible consciousnesses, and some are more evolved than others. So, our perception of the universe, if we have a certain stage of evolution. You mentioned here, wouldn't it be just one scenery? I believe we should not call it a scenery, but a landscape created to support our reference for surviving. Okay? It would be our surviving reference. We need references. When you achieve a very high evolution, right then you become your own point of reference and you won't need a physical body anymore. This physical body is also a mirage, all right? Okay, Rosamar, let me see if there are other questions. There is something else mentioned here. Good afternoon, I'm Marcos. Good afternoon, dear Marcos. About Zeta Reticuli consciousnesses, could you tell us some of their features? A great hug. Let me tell you something, Marcos. There are questions that I want to answer with more details, then I can answer them to those people that are closer to me. They want to know, how is that? How does it work? How can you interact? This is something that when you speak in public, you may exceed some limits of understanding, because we want to hear something and we may end up hearing another.
nós queremos ouvir determinadas coisas e às vezes a gente ouve outras, né? Mas eu posso dizer para você,
But I can tell you that Zeta Reticuli consciousnesses are among the ones living here, on Earth, that have achieved great accomplishments.
que conseguiram produzir grandes feitos eram de origem Zeta Reticuli, né? Eu penso que nós temos que ter muito cuidado.
We have to be careful when we imagine extraterrestrials as potential enemies, or ugly and aggressive beings.
Inimigos em potenciais feios, né? Agressivos, mas uma consciência.
A Zeta Reticuli consciousness is one that has a very evolved heart chakra.
Então, de todos os contatos
So,
que eu tenho
of all the
tido,
contacts I've had with them,
e agradeço por isso, agradeço
and
muito.
I am very thankful for that,
Eu posso dizer para você que
I can tell you that what you'll find when meeting such a consciousness is a very high level of linearity.
altíssimo. Quem tiver consigo
Whoever has Zeta Reticuli consciousnesses as spirit guides needs to be grateful all the time.
Agradecimento contínuo não vai ser
Permanent
suficiente.
gratefulness is not even enough.
Consciências de baixa estatura,
They are consciousnesses of low height, bulbous eyes. The dental arch is only a cartilaginous plate. They don't have teeth.
não tem dentes. Então, quando eles aparecem com dentes,
When they appear with teeth, I find it funny.
a audição deles é
Their
baixa,
hearing is low. Their ultraviolet visual perception is extremely high.
altíssima. Eles conseguem perceber
They can sense everything that surrounds them all the time. All the time.
São extremamente
They are
pacíficos,
extremely peaceful.
conseguem
They can. There isn't such a thing in their existence like living 70, 80 years, or using drugs, medicine and everything else.
se encher de drogas, de medicamentos e tudo mais, né? Uma consciência Zeta Reticuli em corpo físico
This consciousness in physical body can change vehicles.
A duração de veículo de
So,
Zeta Reticuli
the duration of a Zeta Reticuli vehicle is around 180 years, 150 or so, without any waste of the vehicle, which can also be changed.
existe aquela coisa de clonagem,
There is not cloning, nothing like what we have here. Their constitution is different. It involves another process. It's another lifeline, another evolution level. Their intestine is short. Their food is.
não tem nada a ver, né, com essa coisa de
It has nothing to do with our way of eating meat, a well-done beef.
existe isso.
No.
A alimentação deles é muito
Their food is pretty basic.
básica, né? E se você tiver numa sociedade
If you are in a Zeta Reticuli society observing how they do things, you'll see there's an interaction and a kind of relation that we don't have in this
nós
planet.
nem conhecemos nesse nosso planeta. Ninguém tem aquele ego terrível.
Nobody has that terrible ego.
Tudo é feito de comum
All
acordo.
is done by common consent, without any complaints.
A evolução é muito alta, né?
Their evolution is very high. A Zeta Reticuli spaceship,
Fora, ela é
if you look from the inside out, is totally transparent.
Acho que já dei informação bastante, né?
I believe I've already given enough information, haven't I?
Muito mais coisa
There's still a lot to know about the evolution of our planet,
do nosso
and the great
planeta.
amount of contribution we receive from those
Essas
consciousnesses.
consciências colaboram para que a gente viva melhor. E nós, na nossa ignorância,
And
estamos
we,
fazendo
in our
guerra
ignorance,
com
keep
nós
fighting
mesmos
against
o
one
tempo
another
todo.
all the time.
Olha o nível de
Just imagine the level of unhappiness in which we live. We make wars against ourselves. We fight against the animals. They were here before us. We destroy the marvelous vegetation that supports life in this planet. We battle against the oxygen, the water. We fight against everything that surrounds us. Do you know why? Because this is what we are. So, whenever we talk about aliens, saying that they are very bellicose, they arrive in terrible spaceships. This is us, not them. You can be sure. Let me tell you something. We will have a course about astral projection. Let me see what I have to tell you. Intensive course on astral projection and clairvoyance at São Damião Monastery. You should visit us. We are building it and working hard. This is something really happy. It's great when we get together, a group gets together to work and become better.
nós temos que ser melhores como seres
We
humanos.
need to get better as human beings.
Então,
This is what we need to do.
intensivo de
So,
projeção astral e
an intensive
clarividência,
course on
esse é uma
astral
reunião
projection and
faz a sua
clairvoyance at
inscrição
Sao Damião.
no nosso telefone é
Subscribe. Our WhatsApp number is +55 11 97454 2116. You can find our website address, contact information and our social media in the description of this video.
Eu tenho 3 canais, né? E aí eu não sei agora, os canais, na verdade, você pode me passar o nome dos canais? Por
You are
favor?
also welcome to join our
Olha, um
Facebook
canal
group.
só, que
We also have YouTube channels in Portuguese and Italian.
você vai
Please
acessar
feel
os
free
nossos
to access
canais.
our channels.
Eu precisaria saber isso.
I should
Vai
know
me
about
informar
it.
aqui, porque,
She is giving me information now because I have 3 channels in Portuguese. One is about human factors, about human behavior in general, and I make comments. The other one is only about astral projection, where Quito, the mosquito, lives. The last one is a bigger channel, where we talk about many subjects. It has the videos I make, courses, and all the work we do. So, I believe they are all connected to be accessed in a way Patricia will give me now. So, while she does that, there's also a question here that is, let me tell you, great. Intensive course on astral projection and clairvoyance, +55 11 97454 2116, or check our website to get more information. Now let me give you my YouTube channels in Portuguese. youtube.com/MoisesErzagui1, MoisesErzagui2, and the third one is MoisesErzagui3. So, there are 3 channels. Each one is directed to a specific kind of activity. We have been working like that. Once, someone asked, why don't you put everything in just one channel? Well, in one, I talk more about clairvoyance and astral projection. In the other, we discuss different things, and when people search, they may say it's all mixed up. That's the reason, and the biggest channel has varieties. You will also enjoy it. We were talking about how to leave this planet in astral projection.
Então, estamos falando sobre como sair do planeta em projeção astral.
Would you like to participate in the work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.